Hi, welcome back to our online preparation course for the TOEFL test. In this video, we are going to be focusing on phrasal verbs. So, when you are ready, let's get started. A phrasal verb is a combination of a standard verb such as make or put with one or two particles. In some cases, a particle is an adverb such as away, together, etc. In others, it is a preposition such as through, in, etc. Phrasal verbs are tested in the three sections of the test. In listening, they can be tested in short conversations, in the longer conversations, or even in the talks. They are tested in the grammar also, and in the reading section, they can appear as a way of knowing if you understand what they mean. So, that's why, since Module 13, you have been working with phrasal verbs. So pay lots of attention to the different exercises that this course offers related to phrasal verbs. Okay, so examples of phrasal verbs are pass away, run out of, get over, look after, get rid of. But these are just some few examples. There are many phrasal verbs, and that's why they are difficult. What are some difficulties? Sometimes it is difficult, the phrasal verbs are difficult, because the meaning cannot be deduced from its elements, right? When something like this happens, it's because the phrasal verb has an idiomatic meaning. There are phrasal verbs that have literal meanings, and there are phrasal verbs that have idiomatic meanings. Literal meanings is like, for example, stand up, right? So the words mean what they mean. But if a phrasal verb has an idiomatic meaning, you cannot really understand what the phrasal verb means only by looking at it. You need to understand the context. For example, the plane takes off at 7 a.m. In a normal situation, take off is like when somebody tells you, take off your jacket. But in this situation, take off means when the plane starts the flight, okay? So that is the meaning of take off. So if you notice, in this case, it has an idiomatic meaning. Another difficulty is that many phrasal verbs are polysemous. This means that they have more than one meaning. So that's why it's so important that you understand the context in which the phrasal verb is being used. This difficulty is the most important. Most people have problems with the grammar of phrasal verbs due to the fact that they can be transitive or intransitive. Transitive phrasal verbs take an object. For example, turn off the TV. Turn off is a phrasal verb, and the TV is the object. Transitive phrasal verbs can be separable or inseparable. For example, you can have the phrasal verb together and then the object, like in turn off the TV, or you can have the first part of the phrasal verb, then the noun or subject, and then the particle of the phrasal verb, like in turn the TV off. An intransitive phrasal verb do not take an object. For example, I get up at 6 a.m. If you notice, there is no object. Unfortunately, there is no way of knowing when a phrasal verb is transitive or intransitive. Or there is no way to know if a phrasal verb has a literal meaning or an idiomatic meaning. It is important that you understand the context, and it is important that you practice them. That's why there is lots of practice related to phrasal verbs in this course. Okay, so go back to the practice, do all the exercises related to vocabulary about phrasal verbs, and see you next time. Good luck.